The dream is on for Carlos Baleba to join Manchester United as Ruben Amorim considers him to date the only right guy to fit whatever he wants to do. In his view, probably, if Man United get Carlos Baleba, a title is a possibility. But do you know that it is still a possibility that Bruno Fernandes could leave even in January? Yes, it's not going to happen, but it's a possibility. I'm going to tell you why. But also, guys, Cunha for Man City should be a very, very good occasion for us to enjoy him. Honestly, we want to see Cunha, our most enterprising, exciting player, play against our biggest rival in blue in the Manchester Derby. Will he be there on time? All that and more. I'm here to give you quick updates here on the United Road Sport. We are powered by DSTV, the home of football, both the international qualifiers, their friendlies, talk about Premier League, Champions League, all the football that matters is always on DSTV in the right quality, like you are supposed to watch football in HD, in mighty glorious HD, only for 24K, and when the Premier League returns, 29K. Guys, come enjoy football the way you're supposed to. Stop piracy. It's illegal. It risks your gadgets. It makes you look, I don't know, old school. I mean, if something is so cheap and good for you, why then do you try to still find a way of going illegal and risking your gadgets? It doesn't make sense. It defeats logic to me, honestly. But I'll wait for you guys as well to pay your Car Wiki package, but also come and learn the business of the internet, how the internet today makes money for a lot of people, but now using AI, how it's even easier. If you want to get the advanced class straight on, it's 150K, it's 50K for the 1 hour class from whichever part of the earth you're in. Let's get it. Now, Carlos Baleba. Now, there is still talk that Man United are confident that they can convince Brighton to sell to them Carlos Baleba in the summer. Their confidence stems from the fact that Carlos Baleba seemed to show them that yes, whereas he respects Brighton, he wants to join Man United so bad. And that's why United did not even panic or move quick to find another solution or a backup, because they had options. It was not only Baleba or Baleba. They had options, but Amorim said if there is a chance, a slight slim chance that United can get Baleba in next summer or even in Jan, let's wait for that. Now, according to what we pick, Baleba could be pushing away from Brighton in Jan. So he has given Brighton up to Jan to find a solution. I heard Hosela, the coach of Brighton, talk about how Baleba is a young boy, and of course links with Man United will certainly get on his head at some point. And how that affects how he performs can be seen. I think in the results we've seen, the past 2 games I think he played, he didn't look good. Against Man City, he didn't look as solid as Baleba should. You see, I said it here, that it's playing on his head. He think about the possibility of having been a United jersey now. Now, it is said that he really wants to join United in Jan, and United are hoping they can make it happen. If they don't, maybe they'll wait for the summer and either go for Julemand or go out in Jan still and get a midfield and sort that once and for all. But they hope they can use the players' interest in or desire in joining them to push a move from within, puts in a transfer request or something like that, so that they get their player. So that's according to what we pick. Now, away from Carlos Baleba, as we wait for that story to keep, of course, growing, Bruno Fernandes is not a non-touchable at Man United, whereas he's actually proving already now that he's Man United's most important player. He is still a 30-year-old, 31, going, aging. He's in the evening of his career, and United know that. So they know that this one season could be the best he could give them. In fact, they want to monitor him even in Jan and see if his levels are still up there. If they are, maybe they will keep him around until the end of the season, and maybe even give him an extension. Maybe and try to propose something for him to stay. But Bruno kept the Saudi guys, Al Hilal, that is, he kept them there. He did not tell them, I'm not joining you, I don't want to join. He told them, give me 1 more year at Man United and we'll see after. I think Bruno's timing is to see Cristiano leave Saudi and he goes as the main guy, the poster boy of the league. And I think that would be a timely move, a match made in heaven, more logical. Go make your money and be the star of the league, because Bruno knows and can be the star. he flourishes off that. So with his work rate, what can he do to that Saudi? I think he can impact on it more than Cristiano did in terms of the pitch itself. I mean, his individual performances, because he still has a lot of more work rate and energy in him, and he's passionate. And that's how he plays football at whichever level. So Bruno in Jan, if it's not going good, if Man United get Baleba, if Kobe is improving, like he's posting stuff hinting about how he's working hard to, to change his fate at United, they seem to question his abilities. Now he wants to prove. I mean, those are things you need for a kid like that to be motivated, to work their ass off and get the best out of them. So for Kobe, there is a belief that maybe they are preparing him for when Baleba comes and he becomes the partner. He's the 8, Baleba is the 6, and we say a new United. But until that happens, Kobe has got to be working hard to prove that indeed he can be the big star player that Amorim expects of him, that he can be back straight into the England national team and compete and play in the World Cup and all these major tournaments that England are coming up with in the coming months or years. So Kobe is putting in the hard yards. If you see what he posts, and I think whatever Amorim did with him worked on him. He psyched him up in the right way, I think. And for me, that's a thing of game management. I'm studying what Amorim is doing with Kobe, and I'm beginning to see it. It's a bit of man management. Wait a couple of months from now, when Kobe is bowling for fun like he's supposed to, we will be reflecting on this moment and thinking, wow, what a genius Amorim is in terms of how he treated his best talent when he wanted to go frustrated, and he motivated him instead to perform to his very best and be where he's supposed to be based on his potential. So that's the Kobe situation. And then for Cunha, the injury, we know that Man United plays Man City in our next game after the international break. And we want to see Matheus Cunha available for that Manchester derby, because it would certainly make it look like a whole different game, because Cunha on the pitch brings something no one else will give you. He's raw, he's street, he's Brazilian, definitely his flair, excitement. He's keeping defenses on their toes. I mean, you need him. And yes, this break has been used for him to recover. He's in the gym. He posted himself in the gym and hinting on a possible quick return. And whether that will be in time for him to start against Man City. Usually Amorim doesn't want to start players straight in when they're returning from injury. I think most coaches today, they want to start them slow. I mean for Cunha, even if he came off the bench, really, any minutes on the pitch for Cunha are worth enjoying. So the truth is he will be there on that game. Whether he starts, we'll see. So is Mason Mount, also doubtful for that game. In fact, it is said Mount could take longer than Cunha. Cunha will be there for Man City. Mount could be available for Chelsea. These are the two tough games United is playing. City at Etihad and Chelsea at home. So, wow, interesting fixture United has. We have a draw and a win. A loss against Arsenal, a draw, Fulham, a win, Burnley. These two, I think United can get a win in one of the two for somehow. I don't know how, but I think whereas Man City and Chelsea are two clubs you expect to be in the Champions League, perhaps Chelsea better now than City. City at home, certainly are going to be a hard paper. I don't know whether it's City that United can beat or Chelsea or even both, but I think Man United can win at least one of these two games. I think they will. Could even be both, surprisingly. That's what I think. If in their first game they put on such a show against Arsenal, how about now that they're beginning to pick their rhythm, they're calm, they're in the mood and enjoying themselves? Don't you think they can beat this shaky Navi Man City and shock this solid and firm but growing Chelsea? Of course, that would be a shock if Man United beat Chelsea, regardless it being at Old Trafford. At this point in time, it would be a shock to many, but not to me per se, because I think the Man United I've seen, leave alone the Grimsby dismantling of the whole game and all, we can't explain what happened with Grimsby. It was shock, it was psychology. I don't think we'll see anything like that again this season. I think that's the worst we'll see of Man United this season in terms of how it dismantled for the entire team. I think going forward, things will only get better. And I think by things getting better, I mean if Man United beats one of Man City or Chelsea, again based from how we've seen them perform in the past games, I think United can go on a run of good results. And in the Premier League, any club always has that period, that run. I feel like Man United's run is not so far off. And yeah, let's wait and see after this international break. Of course, at least it's still going on, but no injuries so far as we speak. Of course, that as well matters. You want to see how your players return, how fit are they when they return. Diogo Dalot fell off, so who knows what will happen in this, in the coming remaining games in the international break. But I think the point is, for me, Man United, I think, is in a better position to go into any game, not as an absolute underdog. Even against City or Chelsea, they still have, reason to believe that they can compete and match them pound for pound. Pound for pound, you will match anyone and everyone who is earning online if you come and understand the business of the internet. What things you can do easily with your phone and data from wherever you are to start growing money for yourself online. People are earning, and now if you use AI, it will be more fun than earning. I will tell you, you're earning while enjoying the easiest possible way, doing things the modern way. It's easy, sweet money. You put in work, but the work you put in is worth it. It's briefer, shorter, and earning crazily. Internet money increases so fast, guys. That's why people kill it so quick. Young men kill it. We are powered by DSTV. Come learn and earn.